from.
I have been living in Buffalo for the last 25 years. I went to high school in the town of Potsdam. I was born in Messina. I've lived on the border my entire life. When I was a little kid, like half the radio stations at my house were in French. Okay. I've been singing the Canadian national anthem before sports games for as long as I've been singing the American national anthem before sports games. I don't go to sports games that often, but like we sang it in high school and all that sort of stuff too before games. And when I was a kid, I just sort of assumed that all NHL games got the U.S. and Canadian national anthem at the opening everywhere. I thought everybody did that. And I thought everybody must be doing that because the NHL is an international league. It always has been. It's always had Canadian teams in it. So it seemed really weird to me to find out that like other people only sing the American national anthem. You know, I just figured that like because the NHL is an international league, you do both anthems. You know, the same as like on the Olympics, like when you got the first, second, and third place guys on the podium, you know, you play the anthem of all three countries, or you know what I mean. It just seemed like logical to me. But if you go to any sports event in any of the border towns in New York State, we always sing both anthems before for like a couple of reasons. Number one, like oftentimes it'll be a US versus Canadian team, right? Oftentimes a lot of the American teams have like a lot of Canadian players on them, right? Number two, I think for like the stadiums, it's just easier to have like one standard program that they do before every game, no matter what. So you just kind of bake the anthem time into everything. That way you're not having to adjust the program all the time, whether it's a Canadian versus American team or if it's two American teams or whatever. But like kind of the big thing is at any given point, like a big number of the spectators, like a not insignificant number of the spectators at the game are going to be Canadians, right? Like if you look at a map of where Buffalo is, everything to the right is in the United States, everything to the left is in Canada. So in order to like fill a stadium, you need to have people from both sides of the border. You'll hear people throw this number around a lot. For the Buffalo Sabres in a normal season, anywhere between 25%, anywhere between a quarter to a third of everybody who buys season tickets are Canadians, right? And that's just the season tickets. But like any game you go to at the Sabres arena, like any Sabres game, a huge number of the people in the crowd are going to be Canadians. So like, obviously we're going to sing both anthems. Also, this is just between you and me, but the Canadian anthem sounds way better when a crowd sings it. Like the American anthem can sound good when a good singer sings it, but because like the low notes are very low and the high notes are very high, and because it has all the weird rhythmic shit, when you get a group of people singing it, it sounds like hot garbage. But the Canadian national anthem is very easy to sing in a group. It's like singing Happy Birthday. And I just like, you only have to sing it a couple of times and you'll remember all the words. It doesn't go too quick. So I'm not gonna lie, like when I do go to games, like the Canadian anthem is the more enjoyable of the two group sing-alongs that y'all gotta do.